The desert wind moves like a whisper across the golden sands of Great Pyramid of Giza, as if carrying secrets from a forgotten world. For more than 4,000 years, this colossal monument has stood unmoved, watching empires rise, civilizations fall, and humanity step into the modern age. But what if it was never just a tomb? What if it was a message, carved in stone, waiting for the right generation to understand it? Imagine standing at the foot of this ancient wonder in Giza, feeling its immense presence towering above you. Each limestone block weighs tons. Each corner aligns almost perfectly with the cardinal directions. Even today, engineers struggle to explain how such precision was achieved without modern machinery. But perhaps the greater mystery is not how it was built, but why. Official history tells us the pyramid was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, around 2560 BCE. It was meant to secure his journey to the afterlife. Yet when explorers first entered its inner chambers, they found no treasures, no grand inscriptions, no elaborate decorations like those found in later tombs. Instead, they found silence. A silence so deep it almost feels intentional. What kind of monument speaks through emptiness? The pyramid's design is astonishing. Its base covers more than 13 acres. Originally, it gleamed under the Egyptian sun, covered in polished white casing stones that reflected light so brightly it could be seen from miles away. To ancient travelers, it must have looked less like a building and more like a beam of light connecting earth and sky. Some researchers believe the pyramid encodes mathematical constants. The ratio of its perimeter to its height closely resembles 2 pi. The alignment of its passageways points toward ancient star systems. Was this coincidence? Or did the builders possess knowledge far beyond what we assume about ancient civilizations? Look deeper, and the mystery grows. The internal passages are narrow and steep. The grand gallery rises with breathtaking precision. The king's chamber is built entirely of massive granite blocks, some weighing up to 70 tons. Above it, hidden relieving chambers distribute the weight of the structure. This level of engineering suggests something extraordinary. A civilization that understood geometry, astronomy, and structural physics with stunning accuracy. But here's the question that sends chills down the spine: why preserve such knowledge in stone? Perhaps the pyramid was more than a royal tomb. Perhaps it was a time capsule, a monument designed to survive floods, wars, and the erosion of centuries. Stone lasts longer than paper. Longer than memory. Longer than empires. If you wanted to send a message to the distant future, you would build it like this. And maybe, that future is us. Throughout history, many have tried to decode the pyramid's message. Some believe it marks celestial events. Others argue it maps Earth itself. A few suggest it was a symbol of unity, a statement that humanity, when united by purpose, can achieve the impossible. Think about it. Tens of thousands of workers, engineers, architects, and planners collaborated on a single project that would take decades to complete. Generations worked knowing they might never see its completion. That alone is a message, a reminder that true greatness requires patience, cooperation, and vision beyond one lifetime. Standing before the pyramid today, surrounded by the bustling modern world, it feels like a bridge between two realities. Behind you, cars, noise, and technology. Before you, a silent stone giant from a world long gone. It doesn't shout. It doesn't boast. It simply stands. And in its silence, it asks a question. What will we build that lasts? Are we creating monuments of wisdom, unity, and purpose? Or are we building things destined to disappear with the next storm of time? The Great Pyramid has survived invasions, earthquakes, and the endless erosion of wind and sand. It has outlived kings, conquerors, and even entire belief systems. That endurance alone feels like a statement from the ancient world: build with intention. Build with meaning. Build for eternity. And perhaps that is the first part of its message. But the story does not end here. Because hidden within its chambers, encoded in its alignment, and reflected in its geometry, lies a deeper layer, a whisper that humanity is capable of far more than it realizes. If you feel the mystery pulling you in, if you sense there is something more waiting beneath the surface, then stay with me. Because in the next chapter, we descend into the heart of the pyramid itself. And discover what message the ancient world may have left for us. And if you love uncovering mysteries like this, make sure you subscribe. Now imagine stepping inside the Great Pyramid. The air grows cooler. The light fades. The outside world disappears. You are walking through a narrow ascending passage that has remained almost unchanged for over 4 millennia. Each step feels like moving backward through time. The deeper you go, the stronger the sense that this place was built with deliberate precision, not only to endure, but to communicate. The grand gallery stretches upward in a breathtaking corridor of corbelled stone. Its walls narrow as they rise, creating an almost acoustic perfection. Some researchers have suggested the chamber's structure enhances resonance, as if the pyramid was designed to interact with sound. Could the builders have understood frequencies in ways we are only beginning to rediscover? And then there's the king's chamber. A simple granite room. No decorations. No elaborate hieroglyphics. Just massive blocks of red granite transported from hundreds of miles away. At its center rests an empty sarcophagus, plain and unadorned. Empty. It's as if the builders wanted us to focus not on death, but on something else entirely. Look upward, and you'll find narrow shafts extending from the chamber toward specific stars. Around 2500 BCE, these shafts aligned with key celestial bodies. To the ancient Egyptians, the stars were eternal, unchanging, immortal. Perhaps the pyramid was aligned not just to honor the heavens, but to connect Earth to the cosmos. The message may not be about one king's journey to the afterlife. It may be about humanity's place in the universe. Consider this. The pyramid's orientation to true north is astonishingly accurate, deviating by only a tiny fraction of a degree. Even with modern instruments, such precision requires advanced knowledge. How did they achieve it? Through careful observation of the sky. Through patience. Through understanding natural cycles. The ancient world was watching the heavens long before telescopes existed. They mapped the stars with naked eyes and careful minds. They built monuments aligned with cosmic order. Maybe the message is simple yet profound: align yourself with something greater than yourself. The pyramid's geometry speaks of harmony, balance between earth and sky, matter and spirit, human effort and cosmic order. Its triangular faces rise from a stable square base, symbolizing the connection between the physical world and higher understanding. It tells us that knowledge is power, but only when guided by purpose. And here is where the message becomes personal. The Great Pyramid was not built overnight. It required discipline, unity, and belief in a shared vision. In a world often divided by conflict and short-term thinking, this ancient monument reminds us what collective determination can achieve. The builders may be long gone, their names mostly forgotten by history. But their work speaks louder than any inscription. They left behind a structure so resilient that it continues to inspire scientists, historians, engineers, and dreamers alike. And perhaps that inspiration is the true message. The ancient world is telling us, you are capable of greatness beyond your imagination. You can build wonders. You can reach for the stars. You can create something that outlives you. But only if you dare to think beyond your lifetime. As you step back out into the sunlight of modern Egypt, the Great Pyramid stands unchanged. It does not demand attention. It simply exists, steady, patient, eternal. A silent teacher. A stone message from a civilization that understood something we are still trying to grasp: that time may pass, but vision endures. And now the question is no longer about ancient Egypt. It's about us. What message are we leaving for the future? Will the next civilization look back at our world and see chaos? Or will they see monuments of knowledge, unity, and hope? The Great Pyramid challenges us to rise, to build wisely, to seek truth, to align ourselves with higher purpose. It reminds us that human potential is vast, and that even in an age of technology, we still have much to learn from the ancient world. If this story sparked your curiosity, if you felt that ancient whisper calling across the sands of time, then join us on this journey. Subscribe to the channel, because we will continue uncovering the world's greatest mysteries, one story at a time. The stones are still speaking. Are you listening?